Health Beat, brought to you by Shannon Medical Center and Shannon Clinic.
Irregular breathing while sleeping, loud snoring during the night, and excessive daytime sleepiness may be signs that you're not getting proper rest due to sleep apnea.
When you're sleeping, your brain is not awake. It is not actively controlling all the processes in the body. So what the brain does is, okay, I'm going to get my rest, so I'm going to put all the other mechanisms in the body in autopilot. So everything's just running on its own, basically, when the brain is actually resting in the nighttime. So what happens is the muscle tissues that are around your airway are very lax. They don't have anybody or anything to keep them up taut. So when the muscles collapse, the airway is closed. So there is no air going through your nose to the lungs. There's an obstruction here. And when the obstruction happens, there's no oxygen going to the brain.
This obstruction can cause poor oxygenation to the body and also prevent productive sleep and rest.
So the brain, when it's sleeping, it realizes, oh, something's wrong, I'm not getting my oxygen. So the brain wakes up and then thinks, oh, what's the problem? And then realizes the muscles are actually collapsed. So it wakes up the muscles and says, guys, you need to be up and awake so that we can breathe normally. I need my oxygen. So the muscles are awake, the airway opens up taut again, we start breathing normally again. The brain's like, oh, finally I get my oxygen, I'm going to go back to sleep. And then the brain goes back to sleep and loses control on the muscles, and then, the whole process happens over and over again.
One way to ensure airways are staying opened and the brain is getting adequate oxygen is to use a CPAP machine.
CPAP machine just blows room air at a certain pressure. So it works as a splint for the muscles. Just like, I don't know, like you're blowing air into a balloon. When you keep blowing air into the balloon's nice and taut and soft. When you stop blowing, it all collapses on itself. And it's the same way. The CPAP is blowing air so that these tissues stay nice and taut and they don't collapse on you while you're actually trying to sleep.
If you or someone you know may be suffering from sleep apnea, call your primary care physician or the Shannon Sleep Center at 481-2035.